pleasant day to everyone. I am Ms. Marisol Manlongat, one of the presenter, and together with me is Mr. Rob Roshan Bawag, and we are here to present to you our research study for the inquiry investigation in immersion subject entitled The Impact of Shopee on Consumer Satisfaction among students of Angelo L. Loyola Senior High School. Before we proceed, we wanted to acknowledge first the other researchers who have collaboratively put an effort to finish these studies. We also wanted to show appreciation and sincere gratitude to our research advisor, Mr. Ryan Chester Caro, for guiding and helping us throughout the process of creating our research study. The pandemic has been present for 2 years now, and the so-called new normal had enormously affected our way of living. As the people, especially the students, get stuck in the comfort of their home, the use of social media intensified. With regards to social media, one of the highly used were the online shopping platforms. According to the Department of Trade and Industry, cited by the Inquirer 2020, about 75,000 of online businesses were registered during the time of pandemic. Shopee, considered as one of the well-known e-commerce in the Philippines, were serving large number of people now. Due to the convenience that it has brought to people, it catches their attention to use it. However, satisfaction and dissatisfaction to every product they tend to buy in here may vary, since they tend to only rely on what they see on the internet. Product quality is harder to check. We started this research to have deeper understanding on how do students' satisfaction work when purchasing products from Shopee. We wanted to gain further information on the underlying factors that may contribute to their overall satisfaction. For the theoretical framework, we used the expectation disconfirmation theory by Oliver, 1980-1997, to support our study. In this theory, it entails that the expectation and the actual performance of a product were both subjective to be able to know the overall satisfaction of an individual to a certain product. Expectation and the actual performance do not always meet, and when they did not meet, the disconfirmation will occur. Disconfirmation is the difference between the expectation and the actual performance. In the presentation, we can see that if the expectation of a consumer is higher than the actual performance, then it will result to a negative disconfirmation. On the other hand, if the expectation is lower than the actual performance, then it will result to a positive disconfirmation. For the operational model, we focus on the two main variables present on our study: the consumer disconfirmation of belief, which is our independent variable, and the overall consumer satisfaction, which is our dependent variable. For the disconfirmation of belief, the consumer expectation and the actual performance of a product were compared. On the other hand, for the overall satisfaction, it explains that if there is a positive disconfirmation of belief, then it is equals to a positive overall consumer satisfaction. On the other hand, if there is a negative disconfirmation of belief, there is a negative overall consumer satisfaction. For the statement of the problem, this study aims to determine the impact of Shopee on consumer satisfaction among students of Angelo Levardo Loyola Senior High School. Specifically, it sought to answer the following questions. First, what are the other factors that influence the consumer when it comes to online shopping satisfaction? Next is, what is the student of ALSH level of satisfaction to Shopee in terms of pricing, product, seller's behavior, and delivery services?
Review of related literature. As stated of Matson, 2009, customer satisfaction is used to measure how much customer is happy with any product or service, its quality, and overall experience. It reflects if a customer is happy to engage with any business or not. It is also an important aspect to measure the success of a business. The performance of a business depends on a customer satisfaction. For the research design of our study, we use the quantitative research in descriptive research design.
For the population of the study, it involved 96 students from different strands and tracks of ALSH as the respondents for the study. To have unbiased data collection, simple random sampling will be considered in the study. For the evaluation and scoring, we used Likert scale of 5 as a guide on answering our survey questions.
For analysis and interpretation of data, as shown in Table 1, for the students' frequency of using the Shopee app, Indicator 1, frequently use of Shopee app was ranked third with a mean of 2.92, whereas Indicator 2, frequently buy products from Shopee app was ranked first with a mean of 3.08. And lastly, Indicator 3, recommending the Shopee app was ranked second with a mean of 3.07. All indicators were assessed as neutral. According to the results, respondents had a neutral frequency of using the Shopee app, as evidenced by the average weighted mean of 3.63. As shown in Table 2, for the students' level of satisfaction on Shopee, considering the price, product, and delivery service factors. Indicator 3, fast delivery time was ranked first with a mean of 4.40. Indicator 2, low-cost product was ranked second with a mean of 3.46. Indicator 1, good condition of product but lacks on packaging was ranked third with a mean of 3.32, given the 3.73 average weighted mean. The results implied that students of Angelo Levardo Loyola Senior High School have high level of satisfaction on Shopee considering the price, product, and delivery service factors. The findings of the study support the study of Jarvenpa and Todd, 1996 to 1997, stated that convenient and dependable shopping is the most significant factor to satisfy online customers since shoppers weight their decision mainly in the process of delivery starting from accurate information of merchandise availability and anticipated delivery date. As shown in Table 3, for students' perception on not meeting their expectations, Indicator 1, not meeting the expected price, was ranked second with a mean of 2.38. Indicator 2, lack on product quality, was ranked fourth with a mean of 1.95. Indicator 3, not meeting the expected delivery time, was ranked first with a mean of 2.55. Indicator 4, bad seller's behavior, was ranked third with a mean of 1.98. All indicators had a verbal interpretation of low. The results revealed that the students had a low perception on not meeting their expectations. The findings of the study support the disconfirmation of expectations paradigm theory of Oliver, 1980 to 1997, which states that buyers frequently make judgments about a product based on their perceived benefits and anticipated outcomes of using it. Therefore, if the perceived product's actual performance is lower than expected, it will receive a negative disconfirmation, which means a negative overall customer satisfaction.
As for the conclusion, according to our research findings, another factor that influences customer satisfaction is customer expectations. Not meeting the expected quality, delivery time, and price would lower the satisfaction of customers. As it was mentioned in Table 3, not meeting the expected delivery time, lack of product quality, not meeting the expected price, and bad sellers' behavior eventually result in low satisfaction of customers or students. For our recommendations, first, since our study found out that factors like pricing, packaging, delivery time, or even the seller's behavior affect the overall customer satisfaction, we recommend online sellers or even the Shopee itself to give focus or pay attention on improving the said factors. Second, to all intents and purposes, there are still imperfections arising from the research. For this study, as with prior studies, significant improvements were still needed. In this way, we recommend future researchers to have further understanding or dig deeper on how customer satisfaction affects a business. This concludes the presentation for our research study entitled The Impact of Shopee on Consumer Satisfaction Among Students of Angelo L. Loyola Senior High School.